Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I actually have the binders out and we're actually going to be putting away some cards that I've been saving up for a little bit. Seems to be a dirty sleeve. So yeah, we're just going to be putting away some of the things that have come in. I was hoping for one more item to come in, but maybe I'll make a short when that does, because right now I kind of don't want to leave all this out too much longer. I have 2 cats, a dog, and a kid, so it's a very busy house with a lot going on. So I try to put my things away as soon as possible because of that. But anyways, so we have a few different binders to put things into today. So first, we'll start off with the card binder. I have some things in this. I finally was able to finish BTS World. So I guess technically now Korean cards are finished. So he's just going here. And then that completes this whole page. So happy about that. Technically that's done, I guess. I called it done before because I wasn't intending to get these, but again, I think I've mentioned this with the new layout of 9 pockets. I decided let's add them so that we can complete a BTS World page. So that's it for that one. I'll switch to another binder. Okay, so I'm back with the renewal binder and merch binder. Merch being anything that comes with official merch, so cards that come with shirts or things like that, or with clipboards or lamps, whatever, that kind of stuff. And I have all these, which are from these lenticular cards they've been releasing. If you recall in another video, I said I wasn't going to keep collecting them, but I had immediate regret once they sold out and I didn't buy the You Never Walk Alone and Wings ones. So I am just going to keep getting the lenticular ones at least. Maybe not the puzzle one, because I can't see a functional way to store those. Excuse me. But I am going to do these ones. I do have the other ones in here, so I'm going to have to move some things around. So yeah, I'm just going to put these in since we haven't seen my binders in a while, and also talk a little bit more about Korea trip while it's still fresh in my head. So let's put these in an order that makes sense. I have another page now for them because I'm assuming that they're going to keep releasing these. But yeah, so aside from Festa, there's a few other things I got to do in Korea that I didn't get to do last time I was there. So the last time I was in Korea, I was actually there for 3 months, which is a long time. And the reason for that, these are out of order, was because, if anyone doesn't know, my husband and I adopted from Korea, so we had to go there to go through a whole lot of legal proceedings and visits. It was right smack dab in the middle of pandemic time, so it was really stressful. Like, for many reasons, there weren't a lot of things going, or there weren't a lot of things open. Tourism was basically non-existent. Like, Myeongdong was totally vacated. Like, we literally watched them pack up Art Box overnight. They just dumped everything into a truck and it was just gone, the whole store. So kind of like having the chance to come back. I didn't think I'd be back for some 5 years because we planned to take our kid back for several trips, for cultural trips and things like that, and just for fun trips. But we didn't think we'd be back until he was at least 5, so it was really nice to just have this, like, this trip. So there's a lot of things we couldn't do in that 3 months. We basically just ended up living there, and it was kind of like just a boring basic life while there. So because of that, getting to go back, we finally got to go to Otseramushi, which is the restaurant that Jin's brother owns. Really wanted to go to it last time, we just didn't get the opportunity. And then Like the food was really, really good. My only complaint was that we ordered the more expensive meat slices, and the picture shows like many slices in the picture. So just a heads up, we ordered the more expensive box thinking like, let's just splurge and enjoy, because we're not probably gonna get back here for a long time or ever. And it turned out it was just 6 slices of very thin meat. It was delicious, like really, really good. But also, it wasn't, it's still not worth the money, I would say. Even if it was like amazing meat, even if it was like melt in your mouth, like 3 slices each, it was around like 48, I think it was 48,000 won for 6 slices, like thin slices of meat. So don't do that. Like, unless you really just want that meat, don't do that. But anyway, other than that, the food was like delicious. We were in really early. It was very quiet, but then because it's Festa, like so many army were coming in. I was so worried about like my sleeve. I'm just like, what if Sukjung's working today or something? I'm sure he sees army all the time. But I'm also like, hi. Like, you're gonna walk by and maybe glance and see that I have stuff that your brother has designed all over my arm. I can't take my arm off. I took my PC of Jin off my bag because I just want to be like respectful that that's his establishment and stuff like that. But also like a ton of army came in and it was Festa and everybody had everything on their bag. So after that, I'm like, you know what, this is fine. So I put it back on my bag and just kind of embrace the army culture. So it was fun and it was really good food. Oops, and then, no, that was right. So we got to do that. We got to go back to Myeongdong, which I just mentioned was extremely quiet the last time. And where this time going back, it had like 40 street vendors, like all up and down the rows to buy from. Going back, it had, I think, like when we were there during the pandemic, it had like four people who were there every time. And like the only time we saw more was at New Year's and Christmas. So it was so nice to see it like lively again. All the stores were back. There were so many places that were closed last time that were open. It was incredibly packed, like very, very busy. I think this is good, huh? I think these are all in like album order. I kind of forget that sometimes. But yeah, it was like super nice to see it like lively and active again. So that was like another fun thing. There are so many K-pop stores now. Like there was maybe like 3 or 4 when I was there before. Now there's so many. Like I don't know if one might have moved locations or it opened a second location. Something music, I'm forgetting now. There is again, I'm forgetting the name of it. There's one that's been there a very long time. That's still there. The ones in the underground area of Myeongdong Station are still there. There's quite a few new ones that I didn't go in because it was just absolutely packed. And then there is one called K-Pop Friends, which kind of lured me in because they just had pictures of Jin everywhere. They had like a Jin like little poster out front and they had so many others. So they definitely knew their target audience for this Festa. And so I ended up going in there and that's where I actually bought like these because they had them for sale. So I was able to rectify my error and get them. So that was good for this as well, or not those. So I was able to do that, which made me happy. And then, I don't know how these are gonna fit. This might be like a tight fit because they're so thick. But like that was a really nice store. It was very like clean and put together. They had puzzles out that you could, you know, do a few puzzle pieces for like BTS. Oh, I think I'm gonna actually need, you know what? These are so thick. I think I'm gonna have to get another page. Maybe I'll just do them like this. But yeah, they had like puzzles out where you could do puzzle pieces or add puzzle pieces to ongoing puzzles. There was already a Mott 7 JK puzzle that was complete. And there was a big, what's it called? a big proof one from like the Blue concept that was being done at the moment. They also had like tons of like tiny tan stuff. So like that was really fun. I got a Jin toothbrush, which I find funny. Like my husband just brought it over to me and he's like, "You want the toothbrush?" And I'm like, "Yes." So I got this like magnetic tiny tan Jin toothbrush, which is really cute. Let's see how this looks. There we go. Then from there, oh, that's too bad that I can't put the two pink ones on the same page, but it's just won't work at the moment. But it was just like a nice store. I liked it. It had like a lot of fun stuff. But again, there were so many K-pop stores, like crazy. It was just so nice to see everything like lively again. So that was really fun. We also did things like we chose to stay at Joseon Palace because that's where BTS did their staycation. I think it was run episode 150 and 151. So that was the one where they went to the hotel, they played games, and then they just kind of ordered room service and like hung out in their fancy hotel rooms. So we decided, well, kind of my husband, because when we were booking hotels, he was trying to like sneaky book it because he wanted to surprise me because he knew I'd want to eventually one day go there. We also, again, when I was there in 2021, happened to book an Airbnb we were at for a month that was across the street from Joseon Palace. So we spent like every day looking at Joseon Palace for a month, and so he wanted to book it this time. So we did that for 4 of our nights, I think. So I think this looks good. I gotta go grab some more pages. Okay, I got another page and back. Yeah, so as I was saying, so we stayed at Joseon, and it's called a luxury hotel. And honestly, it really is. Like, the service was crazy. Like, I almost felt like I didn't belong, so to speak. Which is silly, because like if you can afford to stay somewhere, or if you save up to stay somewhere, or whatever reason you decide to go somewhere that's more fancy, then you deserve to be there, because you're spending that money to be there. So, but I mean, when you have like beautiful, wealthy people coming in and out wearing like head to toe designer, like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, things like that, it's a little like intimidating when I'm wearing like, you know, slumpier like clothing. The only thing I had on me that was branded, I think, was Calvin Klein. So felt a little out of place, but also like, again, I'm gonna probably have to move these in the future. I don't know why I put them on this side. That's fine. Anyway, the service was absolutely like impeccable. So like when we wanted to get reservations for Otsaramushi, because it recommended it, all we had to do was like email the concierge, and they checked times for us, they recommended things. To do a reservation, you actually need to put a deposit down because they want you to go, and it has to be a local credit card, so the hotel put a deposit down on our behalf so that we could book reservations. When we lost the credit card, they were the ones who, we told them about the situation. They called around to all the areas around where it was dropped to see if anybody picked it up. And then they also gave us the link and explained how to use it for the lost and found service. So like super, super helpful. Like again, it was like a luxury service. The room was like super nice. It was the most basic room, like the lowest room you could get. And it was still very like gorgeous room. I'm just gonna pause and switch binders here for a second. Okay, so on to the chapter 1 tour binder. But yeah, so we had to, like, they did everything you could ask. Like, you go downstairs, you ask for a cab, like, super fast immediately. They, like, when we checked in, it's like, as soon as we got to the door, they're opening the doors for us. They just immediately took our luggage as soon as they knew our name. They were like, just like, oh, we're going upstairs. It's like, we'll take you right to our room. Check-in was really quick. It was just like crazy level of service. It's just like, it felt unreal. It was a really cool experience. Even if you just go for like a night or something, just for like the fun of it, because, you know, BTS stayed there. It was really cool. I would recommend it. It also had like a bougie toilet that like the lid opened up as soon as you walked near it. It had like the full like bidet and heated seat. It was self-cleaning with like a UV light and like a toilet cleaner, so it literally just cleaned itself all the time. Just like crazy little things like that. So I would highly recommend, if you can even just stay one night at Joseon just for fun, like while you're in Korea, just because it's like one of those to do things for BTS stuff. Do it. It's a great hotel. It was great service. I should talk about this because I'm finally done. So, as you've seen across videos, I've been collecting these forever, and I finally have them now. So I'm all done this. I spent all this time collecting Jin one by one just to, at the very end, find someone to sell the set on Instagram. So I actually have doubles of the last, of like 2, 3, 4, because it was a really good price and I just needed the one, but I had not been able to find it anywhere. So I am done now. I want to say this binder is completely done now, I think. With the exception, I think this has begins in it, right? With the exception of Tae Begin 1, I think this binder's done. I think I have all the extras and stuff. So it's pretty cool. That's like a big addition. And I do love these and I don't see them very often. So yeah. Okay, on to the next. Okay, so I'm back with the... I never know what to call this. This is for like things like games and shows, like in the Zoom and the Soup, that kind of thing. And I have these 2 new ones. I know they're from the pop-up store, but it would kind of be silly to use a whole 9 or 10 pocket just for 2 cards. Plus there are 2 other Zoom cards. There's the ones that just went out with the albums and things, like I think D-Day digital purchases. And then there's the ones that just came from Festa. So I'm deciding to just do a page of them here. So we're just gonna put those in. Yeah, to finish up talking about Joseon quickly. Also, what I did before I went was I watched the episodes again just to see what they ate for room service. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna get the room service. So made sure to also get the chapaguri, and they didn't have the gorgonzola pizza, but they did have a 4 cheese pizza, which was very similar. So we got that for room service to have that full like BTS staycation in the room feeling, which was really fun. And I'll put like a picture quickly up on the screen of the 2 of them. But it was really good food. It is expensive though, as you'd expect after I explained everything. Okay. I don't have the Festa ones. I suppose they'll go here if I ever get them. Hopefully they don't go for too much in the future. And then I pulled Suga when I got my 2 albums from entering the contest. So I did manage to make a really quick trade for Jin, so Jin's incoming, and then hopefully I can find Tae to go here in the future. So now we're adding these. These are just like the paper file folders that are really popular. Basically not in North America. So we don't really have anything to fit them. I think they might actually either fit or come really close to fitting the A4 plus pages. However, I do have this ongoing book for them that I've been keeping them in. It's like an art folio. And I do have a few to add. I don't exactly know why I started collecting these, but it just kind of happened. It's so amusing to me too, when I have to use photo folios. Like I have a photo folio also for my mini posters, like the bigger ones. And like these pages, they feel so poor quality compared to like collector goods, like collector pages and stuff. And it's like, this is like, I used to do art. It's like, this is what I used to put my stuff in. This is the kind of thing I would put art away in and expect it to stay safe. It just feels so not protective. It's so thin. I feel like I'm gonna like tear down the pages as I put things in. Anyways though, these are the xylitol file folders. Apparently there's only so many of them. I picked up Jin on Instagram and then went to Mercari to grab Tae. So I just kind of landed up with them. Same with this, like I pulled JK, so these also have a nice back. I pulled JK and I traded for Jin. Seems like a hard thing to trade, but actually it's like someone happened to get Jin that I buy from frequently. So I was able to get him pretty easily, and then just picked up Tae now because I was getting the xylitol one and this crossed my mind to get Tae's equivalent. Man, it's toasty in this house. It is a heat wave here, which is kind of funny because it's just a little hotter than Korea. And we're calling it a heat wave. I guess we do have an added humidity index happening, but still kind of amusing. But anyway, I don't think I ever got to show this binder properly, so I'm gonna quickly go through it because last time, there's a hair in it. Last time I went through this binder, I only had the one tripod, and it was just really low and tight. So I don't know 100% why I like collecting these. They're kind of just like a fun auxiliary. I think I'm okay. Like I don't mind collecting things basically as long as I have a spot for them. Like if I can find a binder or something like this that fits them, then good. Because they're really pretty. Anyways, okay, and I'm back with the solo album binder for Tae and Jin. And I'm just adding some cup sleeve to it. These I actually got through group order online. I didn't actually get to go to Compose, which kind of bothers me, but I keep reminding myself I'll be going to Korea a lot in my life, so it's totally fine. But for a few reasons, I was able to see a Compose coffee, but not go. And then when we went to our second hotel for one night. These are gonna slide around a bit, I guess. There was one across the street, but it was closed both days we were there. I don't know why it was closed, but yeah, we walked over to it and it was closed. And then the third one I saw was in Myeongdong, but because it was incredibly busy, it's like there was a huge lineup out the door and the street itself was just packed with people. And I'm like, you know what, I don't need coffee that much. I have the cup sleeves, it's okay. So again, I just kind of glanced at the menu and moved on. So unfortunate I couldn't go to it myself, but I am happy that I was able to get these regardless. So to add to Tae's section of the binder. Yeah, I have 2 more binders to add things to. Okay, so here is the event and venue part of a binder. And finally, Armypedia done. Like all the booth kind of things done for now. But I finished this page not too long ago. I forget if it's on any video, so here it is. And now I can finally finish this one, which I'm really excited for. So we got all of these to go in. So I'm really happy about this. I'm also really happy that it fits a 10 pocket really well. 10 pockets are 10 pockets are fun. There's actually, is that behind it? There's actually like quite a few scenarios I find where these work really well. There just happen to be 5 cards. I take this out again to do this. Yeah, I don't know. I love the 10 pocket layout, especially when these ones are majority horizontal. So perfect. But what was I gonna say? The other hotel I stayed at was L7 Gangnam. It was just down the street from Joseon Palace, so we just took like a quick walk down. We had to do it for one night, and this was because originally I was only going to go for 5 days, and we extended it to 6 once we got the babysitters and stuff figured out. So I'd also recommend that. That was a really nice, that was also a really nice hotel. Again, my husband spoiled me. He didn't want to tell me what room he booked. He booked like one of the nicest, like a really nice suite room. And again, it was just for one night, and it had like a beautiful view of like the tombs and stuff and the park with it. So it was all like treed. Really, really cool. So another good hotel chain though. I did live for about 3 weeks in the one in Myeongdong a few years back. So I'd recommend that hotel chain. Just clean and nice staff. Really easygoing. Anyways, very excited that this is done. I thought these were going to be like super pricey, but I managed to get those pretty decently. Okay, I have one more binder to update now. So this is the last binder for updates today. Just adding to the monochrome section. I happen to have 2 of Tae. I was thinking of selling one, but I actually think since I have 2, I'll just put them in the 3 pocket with Jin in the middle. And then that way it fills the page more. So they should fit pretty well in here. I know it seems like a silly thing to collect, but I actually just think they're, I don't know, I like the style. I liked everything about like monochrome's theme, I guess. I just thought it was really fun. I know some of the like in mall pop-up stores were a little less underwhelming, but like the bigger ones that had conveyor belts, I thought that was pretty neat. Let's see. Having a great time here putting these in, huh? Anyway. There we go. So just add that. And as I mentioned before, I put the Zoom card in a Zoom section just because we're going to have more from that. And then finally, finishing up fact for now. I say for now because we just keep getting more, right? Like the fact is, I mean, even when they're gone, we're still getting more. So I did get this ready for this. I finally found the last Jins I was missing. So let me just get these out. And on top of that, there are 2 more B-verse ones, which makes 10, 5 and 5. So that worked out really well. This also worked out really well because it was, I think, what would it be? 16, 8 and 8. So it's perfect for these pages plus the hollow one from the last year. So I just got to sort these out. So take out the B-verse. Oh, not that one. Oh, I'm missing one of Jin's B-verse. I think. Oh no, it's here. Okay. So these worked out really well for putting them in. I gotta figure out which ones go with what now. I think it's gotta be something like that, eh? Hard to tell. You know what, maybe it's this Jin and this Tae that come from the same set. These could be moved around next time I open this binder because of this. I'm pretty sure these ones go together. So that makes like a whole page with the holographic Jin in the middle. And then over here, we get another whole page with hollow Tae in the middle. So, worked out really well. They'll probably keep releasing them though, and then I'll have to reassess everything all over again. I hate when little specks get in, I'm sorry. Just okay. But yeah, really nice having the full set done. So this is all the 7. There's so many sets that could be pulled from buying the book this year, so this finishes that out. And then we also have Beavers, which they've been doing. I think they're lucky draws when you go to the Beavers event. And we now have 2 more to add. So I think I can get these in without having to take this out, I hope. I think so. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm happy this worked out the way it did. Well, I'm gonna have to take that out. I'm happy this worked out the way it did for a 10 pocket. And we're probably gonna get more and it's gonna ruin that page, but that's just how it is, I guess. So let's do this. Let's do the 2 more serious ones and then the cute, happier ones here. So there we go. So that's it. I'm caught up on the fact. That's all done for now. They'll probably keep doing more, but we're good. We got all the pages done. They're all fully filled, which is kind of nice. Then we got our Beavers cards and this stuff and the stuff from the book last year, or first year? The first year this happened, 21 maybe? Anyways, that's it. So everything's put away for now. I have some really amazing items coming. I haven't decided how I'm going to update on that, but really, really good stuff is coming in the mail. One's taking its time. It's making me a little nervous, but hopefully that shows up this week or early next week. And then I also have hopefully another item coming next week. But yeah, really excited. Super excited to show you guys and share. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.